sharing on teaching and learning online. The first session will be shared by myself. So I will share on asynchronous online learning. Dr. Liu will share on synchronous online learning, and Dr. Azna will share on task-based online learning. I believe that many of us have actually started this online learning with our students, but probably after being in our sharing session, you can further refine your methods or activities, or you can do some mix and match based on our shared experience. So what is asynchronous online learning? It is a learning method where students can access to the online class at any time of their convenience, and they can learn at their own pace. So example of the learning activities are recorded lecture, alternative learning materials such as videos from YouTube, ebooks, journals, and etc. You can also have guided discussion forum with them, and probably you can have some quick formative assessment to see whether they understand what you have gone through with them bits by bits. So now I will share with you on my experience, what I have done. I uploaded my recorded lecture at YouTube, and I shared the YouTube link in the e-learning through the URL option. And then I have followed up with the students using the guided forum session. Before I explain on how to upload the recorded lecture at YouTube, I want to share with you on how you can record your video lecture using one of the tools that all of us probably have. I believe we should have. That is PowerPoint. So at our one of the tab for our PowerPoint, you can see that we have this slideshow tab here. And if you press inside, you can see this record slideshow option. When you press this triangle button, you can have the option of whether you want to start recording from the start, or you want to record from certain current slide in the middle of the slides. So this function you can use if, for example, you are recording your lecture parts by parts, not full session for the whole slides. Then when you press the options, you will be asked whether what are the things that you want to record. I recommend you to record all the slides and also narration in and everything. So you start recording. Once you have started recording function, you will see this in. So at the bottom of this interface, you can actually have option of using laser pointer, or you can use pen, or you can use highlighter, or you want to erase back what you have written on the slides. You can also choose on the colors, for example, so it's quite convenient for us to use. Then you also have a zooming tool, which it might not be quite easily located. Toolbox next to the drawing tool. So you can, if you press this zooming tool and you press on certain point of your slide, your slide will be zoomed in, and you can show more magnified view of the slides. If you want to pause your recording, you can press at the top of the top left of the interface. There's this pause function. If you want to repeat recording for that particular slide, for example, if let's say you are not satisfied with what you have recorded previously, you can press this back function, and you can start to repeat the recording again. Take note that there are two timings here. The one in the middle is the timing for the current slide, while the one at the right side is the timing for the overall recording so far. So once you are done with that, actually you can, if you feel that you are done with the recording for certain section, you don't want to complete all, you can either just press the escape button, or you can just stop the recording by closing the recording. And if you go back to your normal PowerPoint interface, you will see this speaker, and you will see this speaker symbol, where if you want to try to press on it and listen to what you have recorded so far, you can also do that. Once you are satisfied, if you want to convert your video into, your recording into video, then you go to Save As function, and then you choose the location, then you choose the file as MP4 video. When you have chosen that, you save, then you will have to wait for a while for the PowerPoint to create the video. It usually takes quite a bit of time, like let's say a few minutes. So you wait until this bar completed, then you can find your video in your folder that you have saved. Any questions so far before I move on to the next part?
Dr. Tan, the narration, is it our voice?
Sorry?
The narration is our own voice, is it?
Yes, the narration is our own voice. They will once you press this record button and you start to talk, they will the PowerPoint will record your own voice.
Okay, and the size of the video when you record, like for 30 or 20 slides, how?
It depends on how long, but actually it is going to be quite significant, but maybe about 100 meg. But I think this is quite common also. Even if you are using other tools like Zoom, for example, you will get quite considerable size of video. But I will later show to you what to do with that video. Although the size is quite big, we can actually upload that in YouTube, and it's quite light for the students to view after that.
Right, thank you.
Okay, thank you. Any other question? Okay, so I move on to the part on how to upload the recorded lecture at YouTube. If you have your YouTube account, so you will see that there's this camera with a plus button on your top right. If you press there, you press the upload video, then you will be okay. So you will be guided through the next interface, is the part where you can upload your video. So you can either drag and drop, or you can select your file to upload. Once you have selected your file, by default, the title will follow the title of the video file. But if you want to change that, it's doable. And then you can choose also whether you want to put the particular video under certain playlist. So for example, if you have topic, in my case, I have force convection, so I will lump all my videos under force convection in certain playlist. And then another will be, let's say, natural convection. I lump that under natural convection playlist. Then you have to tell YouTube whether it is made for kids or not. What is the difference between this? If you choose that it is made for kids, there will be no comment option shown when the students view it. But in my case, I just put as no, it's not made for kids. So your choice, no right or wrong. Then when you have you are done with all the choices, the playlist, by the way, is not compulsory, yeah, but the title and also the choice whether the audience is kid or not, these two are compulsory. Then next, you can you will be transferred to another section that is a video element. Basically, nothing much we can do here, so you just press next. And after that, the last part on visibility. So you can choose whether you want to the public view it, or you want to put it as unlisted. In my case, I actually put it as unlisted because I'm still doing try and error on how is the response of my students to this. So I want to limit this only to my students. So I put this as unlisted. When you put as unlisted, only people with the video link can view your video. So if let's say you do some search using YouTube, you cannot find that video. Then finally you can save. You can save your video. You can also choose to save the link from either this part so that you can paste in the e-learning later on, or if let's say you forget to save the link, you can actually go to when you are done with the uploading, you can go to your page back and you click this three dot button where you can get this shareable link. So you can get the link from there as well to paste into your URL option in our e-learning. If your video is longer than 15 minutes, I recommend you to, not recommend, it is a mandatory, it is mandatory for you to verify your account first. I do not have my own interface to show, so I search from Google. So you have to press something like this. There's a button for you to verify your account. Then once you press this, you are requested to put in your handphone number, and YouTube will send a code for you. You key in the code, then your account will be verified. One thing I want to explain why is it that I recommend for us to upload our video in YouTube, because based on the feedback that I receive from students, they prefer to view the video from YouTube because first, it is a less lagging issue. Second, they can view from laptop, from handphone conveniently, rather than the direct video interface in e-learning. So that's the feedback that I received. So I highly recommend you to try to upload your video in YouTube, then share the URL with our students. So far up to this part on how to share the YouTube link with our, how to upload our YouTube video. Any question?
So Dr. Tan, so we should have our own account for YouTube first before we
Yes.
get.
Yes, correct. In my case, for this particular sharing, I use my own, I use UTM mail to open an account. But if you want to use your personal email, I think there is not much issue on that. So when I use the UTM mail, then I get this name directly. Any other question? Okay, so next, I want to share on how we can upload the link in. So we can go to the resources part. Then there is this URL function. Press there, and then we will be linked to this interface. So you put in a name for that video, and then you paste the shareable link here, and you just save. Usually, these two is the mandatory. Once these two mandatory field are filled in, it's already good enough, and you will see this as the resulting interface. So what students need to do is that they just need to click on the YouTube video, the link, and then they will directly be linked to the YouTube page. So from my side, when I upload my video in YouTube, I can also see how many counts of view that students have viewed. Bear in mind that how YouTube count view, YouTube count one view is completed when the viewer view the video for more than 30 seconds. So as long as they view the video for more than 30 seconds, then it is counted as one view. You might notice that there are variation of numbers here. Actually, I receive a lot of feedbacks from my students is that they have to view the video many times. So if they view many times, probably I can say that this particular video, by the way, every time I record my video is about 15 to 20 minutes length, roughly plus minus, so that I can see like parts by parts, how are they responding to it. So I can notice that, for example, this natural convection part, it seems to be like probably some concept that is quite difficult for them to grasp immediately. So they might need to view it more times, and that's why the view are more. Any questions so far on how to upload the URL link in our e-learning platform?
Yes, I have one question, quick one.
Yes.
This is Goto speaking.
Yes, Prof.
Noticed you have number of viewers for each clip. Can you get the list of identities of those viewers?
Actually, no, we do not know
Okay.
who are viewing. So what we can do is that
Attendance record.
no, it's not attendance record. Yes, it is
All
not.
right, thank you.
But what I can judge from here is that probably the students at the moment they focus more on the lecture video first rather than the calculation video. That's what I can deduce so far. And how I record the attendance later I will share to you.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you, Prof. Any other question?
This is Fukuda speaking.
Yes, who doesn't say?
Actually, can we upload video into our e-learning system?
Yes, actually we can. In fact, before I uploaded all my videos in YouTube, I do have some videos that I upload directly into our e-learning. But what the student feedback to me is that they find it quite lagging sometimes for them to view the video directly from e-learning. That's number one. And number two, if let's say they want to view the video from e-learning using their handphone, then it is not that user-friendly. So that's why in the end, I decided that I change all my video platform to YouTube.
Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you, Sensei. Any other question? Okay, so next, I want to show to you how I follow up with my students using guided discussion forum. What I did actually is that I asked them to do some reflection. If you notice at this link here, I add on one reflection on natural convection video. So I asked them to write there whether they understand or they do not understand the videos that I uploaded. I mean, what my explanation in the videos. If they don't understand, then they can post their question, for example. So I do that follow up, and I impose to them that I will take their feedback in the forum as attendance. So if let's say they uploaded, that means they put in their reply by saying that I understand, I don't understand, then they post their question, for example. Whatever the name that appear there, I will take that as attendance. So it is my indirect way to force them to view the video and give me the feedback. So how do you create a forum? Then you can go to this option forum here. This is under the activities section in our e-learning. Then once you have clicked on the forum part, then you put in some name for it, and this forum discussion will appear. But I would recommend that you click into this link again and add a new discussion topic inside. So because if let's say we don't add this topic, the students will add their own topic. So what happened is that there are pros and cons to this. If let's say you don't add this discussion topic, then students create their own. The good thing is that you can straight away see their name right away. But the disadvantage is that if let's say students asking the same things, they might not realize that actually I have replied to their friends in the same questions. So by me creating this one discussion topic, so all of them just put in their reply inside this this particular topic, so they can view what other students have asked, how I replied to them, and then you will notice that towards the end, then there won't be too much questions already. But initial part, you will get a lot of questions, like they will ask you what if, why this and why that. So that part we will have to be prepared to answer to them. So I also just want to share to you like some of the reflection feedback that I received. And yes.
May I ask? So you do this discussion during the both class session or at any time you?
Because this is asynchronous, so it is at any time of their convenience.
But you deal with the student first to have this discussion period or what?
What I do is that actually I uploaded all here as shown, and then I asked them to just give their feedback on after they have watched the video. So it means that my main intention is that I just want to follow up with them whether they understand or they don't understand, or if they have further questions, then that is the platform for them to ask me as well. Okay. Any other question? I just want to share with you some of the feedback and what I mean by when they are able to watch and respond at any time of their convenience. So you can see one of the feedback is that it was posted at 11 o'clock in the morning. Another feedback was posted midnight. And then this was posted at 3 o'clock in the morning, 3 o'clock in the morning. So you can see that they really can view and give their feedback at any. But what I do on my part also is that every day I will try to reply to them so that they can feel my presence with them, although I am not able to be with them physically. So that's what I have done so far. Is there any question? So up to here.
So normally in 1 week we will be having 2 times of class, right? For example. So the attendance will be 2 times as well. How do you do that?
Okay, actually, for example, for this, let's say this natural convection video, it is a 1 week lesson. So I will, in my case, I will just take that as long as they reply to this, I will take that that's the 1 week, so-called the 1 week attendance by them having that. But you can also have one more option is that, for example, if let's say in 1 week they should have watched 2 videos, so you can force, not to say force, but you can get them to have their reflection done in 2 different forums. Actually, I did that for the first forced convection video. So for every video, I asked them to put the reflection. So they do that as well. But this is the second part where I feel that they can actually just lump their question in at the same platform. So that's why I just put a general title for that. But if you prefer that for every video you want to have one reflection to capture the attendance, then by all means, go ahead. Any other question?
This is Fukuda again.
Yes, Fukuda Sensei.
The forum looks nice to communicate with my students. Very nice.
Mm-hmm.
Can we upload some drawings or photographs in? Okay, thank you.
Yes. Actually, in fact, in one of the questions that the students asked me, I do capture the photograph and I upload in the forum. You can do that. And in fact, one thing I want to share with you, they are when they have their own sweet time to think, as compared to the previous time when we have the session in class face to face, they do not have much time to ask questions because they know the limitation of the time we have for the class, and then they have to rush for the next session, for example. opposed to that, this session of asynchronous, when they have their own sweet time to think, they ask you a lot of out of the box question. So for example, let's say in this particular topic, my students, they are taught on how to use certain formula from, let's say, the range of A to B. And then another formula is range from D to E. Then suddenly someone will ask, so doctor, what happened to the range of B and C? So this kind of question were never asked before when it was done in the face-to-face session, because probably the limitation of time. But when they have this own time to view that in detail, then they will start to ask a lot of questions. Some even might ask, what happened if beyond the range of E? So we have to be prepared to ask, to receive this kind of unexpected question, and also to answer them, so that they have the confidence that they can continue learning even though it is an online platform. Okay, any other question?
Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Sensei. All right, before I end my session, I would like to request for all of you, can you try to go to your browser or your handphone to go to joinmyquiz.com, and then you enter this code, and then you try out this quick fun game for yourself, and see what's your feedback on it. So can all of you please try this out? Go to joinmyquiz.com and then enter this code. So this is actually the end of my part already. I can also take questions meanwhile, but I hope that you can experience this online quiz yourself, and see if it is suitable for you to try on your students. So please let me know if you have problems to access to this quiz. By the way, this quiz, I set it as a homework option, and I opened this session until end of April. So anyone who view this recorded video, for example, after this, you can also still join this quiz and try it out. And meanwhile, if there is any question, I can also still take questions and see if I can clarify your doubts.
Dr. Zurich here, Doctor.
Yeah, Encik Zuri.
Okay, can you share the slide to the all staff, Doctor?
Sorry?
Slide.
You mean share the slide itself, is it? Yes, no problem. I can do that.
Okay, thank you, Doctor.
Okay, thank you, Encik. So please let me know when you are done with the quiz, and I can pass to Dr. Liu for him to start with his session.